take like 5 or 6 pictures of the thumbnail. I am live. What's happening, people? Well, my view is just me talking about my view of what's going on. Um, been on the planet for 55 years. I've never seen anything like this. The whole thing is getting crazy. One of my son's friends' stepmother was put on a ventilator today. So it is hitting home. That's the second person I've known. I don't know them, but they're in my circle. I've been home for the last 3 weeks. I mean, this time of year, I'm I'm scheduling 1 or 2 more snowmobile trips and heading way up into Maine and riding my snowmobile. Not this year. The weather's not cooperating, anyways. But one of the things I like to talk about is what's going on. I had a Twitter account. They thought that by me expressing my opinion, well, we'll punish you. We'll deactivate you for 12 hours. Let's just make it clear, okay? Don't ever threaten me with stuff like that, because I deactivated Twitter and I could live every day of my life without it. All right? I pride myself on having a lot of common sense. Well, I don't see a lot of it going on. Okay. First of all, why are we in this mess? We are in this mess because we trusted a country that is sworn to hate our style of life. They're communists. We're capitalists. They want government running their life. We don't want government running our life. I'm live right now. Okay. So they have no business. I lost my thought because I was interrupted. But anyways, they're a communist party. Okay, they're sworn. They swore an oath, just like if you were to join the military. Um, your loyalty to the flag. Okay, they have loyalty to the Communist Party. Make no mistake, when they're in this country, they are here as spies. Okay, they're here as spies. Didn't Oh no, they're here to make money. Of course. What other benefit? Make a little bit of money while you're spying. That's awesome. But make no mistake, they're a bunch of spies. This has been going on for a long, long time. All right. I'm from the Northeast. Okay. I work in Massachusetts. I don't live there, thank God. The the stuff that goes on down there is unbelievable. I can't even believe that the great Harvard University, and if anybody wants to really do some research, look some things up. Look at the professor they arrested last year. Giving information to China. Isn't that awesome? So he could get money from China to keep his little thing going over at the university. Okay. When this is all said and done, the people of the United States, you need to make your voice heard. I can't. I'm doing as much as I can. by this. I mean, I don't have any other way to make my voice heard. Okay. I make no claim to being a saint because I am not a saint. Harvard needs to answer. They need to answer because I believe they played a part in the stuff that has gone on over in China. I can around Christmas time, my one of my sons saying, "Geez, Dad, you got to look at this stuff. Look at how fast they're building the hospital." I'm in the construction business. I wanted to see what the heck was going on, and I'm watching. Okay. Well, what was going on in our country at that time? Well, I'll give you a little reminder. They were trying to impeach the president of the United States, Donald Trump. Whether you like the guy or not, he's the president of the United States of America. Okay. One of one of the things I've always said throughout my whole life and working career is everybody is replaceable. We replace the president every 4 to 8 years in this country. The man could possibly be president for 8 years. Obama was president for 8 years. The only thing that happened to me during Obama is I made less and less money every year. But anyways, so what were we doing during this outbreak that was going on over there? Is we were trying to impeach the president of the United States. Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, that's what they were doing. They were wasting their time because their other investigation that they wasted 3 years on failed. You, as a taxpayer, you paid for that. Okay. If they had spent time, and not only that, right, is they opted after they decided in the House of Representatives that they were going to impeach Mr. Trump, our great president. What did they do? They took a month off. So they could sit there and would get in the media, let it all build up, and just look for anything. What they do is waste time. They waste your money because you pay taxes. They waste your money. And I don't care. You pay taxes every day in your life, no matter what, whether you're buying gas, clothing, going out to eat. All right. All things that you're not doing now and not helping fund this great country that we live in. Because if they had let the man do his job and focus on his job, we wouldn't probably would have shut it down a lot earlier. Who knows? I don't know. Hindsight's awesome. Guess what? If we'd shut it down around Christmas time, I don't think we'd have had an issue. Okay. So is this going to be more of a one-sided way? Listen, the way this works is you use common sense to get through life. I mean, you don't stick your hand in a burning fire. So what they've done here is they ignored a problem and tried to make a problem. Now, they've almost got us to socialism and communism. But how is this? If, say, They came up with this package to help everybody out, give everybody money, and they were going back and forth. And they thought it was going to pass, but then all of a sudden Nancy Pelosi came back and said no. Does anybody know what kind of stuff that she wanted in that package? It's absolutely disgusting. I would like to know why the Kennedy Center there, Performing Arts Center in Washington, needed $25 million. Okay, because that's what they got. That's not what they asked for. What they asked for was for 35 million. And the Republicans saying, "Well, we'll give you $1 million," ended up settling on 25 million. Uh, I got a negotiating skill I've done my whole life. I say a price that I want to pay for something, and if the person says, when I offer that price, and they go, you know, they'll give a counter offer. If I'm insulted with something, I'll drop my offer. If I was in there, that $1 million would have turned out to be 100. Because if you look into anything, okay, they just completed a huge renovation there to the tune of $219 million. $219 million donated by the good citizens of the United States of America. But it was just so important at the Kennedy Center. That's not, we need $35 million more. You know what the Kennedy Center did as soon as they got that 25 million? Before any of the American citizens have received 1 cent of the money, the Kennedy Center has got their $25 million already. Why? It's Nancy Pelosi's little pet. Calling you out, Nancy Pelosi. You're a terrible person. Terrible. I know what I am. I make no claim to be a saint. I will answer to my maker in the end. Okay? That's between me and him. And you're going to be doing the same thing. Who I'd like to call out on this also is the congressman from Massachusetts, little Joey Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, do you think the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the good citizens of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, do you not think that there's in the state of Massachusetts they could use $25 million to help maybe some homeless? How about some homeless veterans? Geez, 25 million might go a long way, huh? Might have cleaned up the soldier house. Guys that put their ass on the line so you could do what you're doing. One of the things that disgusts me is I don't care where you went to school or anything. I don't care any about your education. The only reason you're where you are is because of your last name, and that's the truth. Okay, and the truth really hurts a lot of time. If anybody's even seen this. So, Mr. Kennedy, how do you feel about your namesake? Okay, little place down in Washington there, the Kennedy Center for Performing Arts. How do you feel about that? Geez, maybe you could have took $25 million and brokered a deal like Bob Kraft. Got some PEP stuff for these people that are on the front line. You ever think of that? All you people think about is power. You think we're stupid individuals. You think we don't have any common sense or anything. People couldn't walk half a day and half in the footsteps of the average American person. You couldn't even handle it. Especially when all the news people talk about how the American citizens, they don't even have money saved for a small event, a $500 event. Yet it was more important that the Kennedy Center got $25 million. And let me point it out again, before any of the good citizens of the United States got a dime. And I say the good citizens of the United States because we are good people. And the majority of this country are good people. And they have common sense. And I even believe that you people in charge, you probably have hard time sleeping at night. That's how I would like. I might be wrong. Probably am with some of yous. It is disgusting though how you people act. It really is. By God, you make careers off of the backs of the good citizens of the United States. You make careers off of them. It's terrible. Oh, one more thing I want to address real quick, because I listen to talk radio. Okay. Should the captain of that ship, of that U.S. aircraft carrier, been relieved of duty? Yes, he should have. Because what he did is a breach of national security. National security. I'm not a military person. Never was in the military. But once again, we like to use common sense. Okay. When you inform your enemies of your situation, how smart is that? I'm not saying we couldn't defend that ship, but they know. They know what's going. They know how many people are sick. Okay. It disgusts me with the news people and what they make issues out of. First of all, it's none of the business of us how it is run. Okay. We're not in charge of it. What we do is we vote people into office to change those issues. So, obviously, I don't have any watchers. Nobody's. Anyways, I'm going to end this in a minute, but that whole scenario, you know, the guy's got no business giving out information like that. I know more about that ship than I know about the other ships that have civilians on them. Okay. I don't need to know. I don't need to know that. And neither does every terrorist. Whatever. They could attack the thing. Do you think there's no terrorists down in that area of the world? You're wrong. There's plenty of them. People, we have to wake up. We cannot sit there and deal with this and keep going through this. We are one country. We are a capitalist country. I enjoy my freedoms. And all you that feel other than that, when you don't have those freedoms, you'll realize. I grew up during the Cold War, man. I watched. It used to scare the hell out of me when I was a kid. Scare the hell out of me, dude. You sit there and go to school, and there's a fallout shelter in the basement. What the heck's a fallout? We had a procedure what to do if something happened, which was basically stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. You know, that's how I grew up. And then when that ended, I was never so happy. By God, the country right next door to the country that was our biggest problem is now our biggest problem. And make no mistake, they're a problem. They have a plan, and their plan is to run the world, not just China. They want to run the world. They want the whole world. For your safety, people, paper masks, they're a joke. Do you understand what the path of least resistance is? The path of least resistance is electricity will always go to the path of least resistance. Water always flows to the easiest place. If it's easier for the water to make the right turn, it makes it right. That's the path of least resistance. When you have a paper mask on your face, it's not sealed. Okay, there's nothing stopping. So when you're trying to suck air through here, all right, and it gets a little bit tight, or say you breathe really hard, you're going to suck air right through the sides. The paper masks are useless. They're good if you're infected and you're coughing stuff out. That's when they're good because they keep it from spreading everywhere. So if you really want to be safe, you need to wear a minimum of a half mask respirator. And I'd wear glasses or goggles. I've been doing it. I've gone out. I've gone grocery shopping with it. What it is. But anyways, we've got to be strong. We have to stay together. The bickering that Congress does is absolutely absurd. Okay, to worry about an investigation. Let's investigate. Let's investigate and figure out, did the president screw something up? How's this? Why don't we investigate how the disease started to begin with? Wouldn't that be a little better? Okay. I'd like to thank President Trump for shutting down the borders. Not the borders, for shutting down the airplanes coming from China at the end of January. Imagine if he didn't. Imagine if he listened to the mayor of New York City or the mayor of Boston. Go hang out, hug each other. There's nobody eating in Chinatown. Go down and eat in Chinatown. That's all awesome advice. Thanks, guys. Glad I didn't listen to you. Anyways, people, good luck. And I'm going to keep doing this every day. I'm going to try to stay in control because I get a little out of control, and I let my true feelings known. That's why I'm not on Twitter. Because see, on Twitter, you can trash the president of the United States as much as you want. You can say whatever you want about him. Anything you want. By God, if you stand up and defend him, say something to defend him, they shut you right down. They shut you right down. So, but the one problem they don't have, they can't shut me down from doing, is I vote. I vote in every election. And I don't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to vote my party way." I use my common sense and I look and I do a little research. So that's how I do my stuff. But anyways, if you are watching, thank you. Thanks. Uh, I'm going to end this now. See ya.